People whispered when Viserys lived there was peace.
The path I walk has never been trod.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
In this video, I'm going to break down the 5th episode's trailer and will discuss details like Daemon seeing Luke and following him into the castle, the small folks storming the gate of Red Keep, and Vermax and Jace going to the twins, etc. So stay tuned for that. Greetings Throne Watchers! Before we begin, I'm going to post the 5th episode's breakdown video soon, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. Anyways, let's take a look at the 5th episode's trailer. The trailer begins with the aftermath of the Battle of Rook's Rest. The Greens are showing off their victory by parading around Melis's head through the streets, calling her the traitor dragon Melis. They claim she was slain by King Aegon, who is so injured that they have to carry him in a closed litter. So I guess Aemond is willing to give the credit to Aegon for slaying Melis. I already discussed this scene in my plot House of the Dragon Season 2 full spoilers video. If you don't mind spoilers, you can check it out. We later see the small folks storming the gate of the Red Keep. At first I thought they might be trying to leave the city and the gates were closed, but upon a closer look, I saw that this gate was the exact same gate that I had discussed in my Greens trailer breakdown video, where Daemon snuck into the Red Keep to bribe Cheese. Do you think the small folks are upset because of Princess Rhaenys' death, or could it be because of the shortage of food in King's Landing? There might be riots in this episode, which I have already discussed in my teaser trailer details you might have missed video. We also see a shot of Alicent and Cole near the gates, and you can see the rat catchers hanging behind him. So I think Cole has just returned to the castle because whoever will be in charge next, I don't think they would be as stupid as Aegon. So I think they will have enough common sense to have the dead bodies removed. When Alicent sees Aegon's condition, she asks, is he alive? You can see her wearing a 7-pointed star and the 7-pointed earrings, just showing her duality once again. Then we see a shot of the Green Council meeting. What I noticed was that there was a new King's Guard in the council chamber. I think his name is Sir Rickard Thorne. You might have noticed that all of Aegon's incompetent friends / King's Guards, aka Leon Estamont, Martin Rain, and Eddard Waters, weren't around, so my guess is all of them got fired. At first, I thought everyone hired by Aegon will be fired, but I noticed that Larys was still sitting in the meeting, so it seems like only Aegon's friends were fired, probably by Aemond, as they were all present when Aegon made fun of Aemond in the brothel. We also see a quill and a book in front of Tywin Lannister. This is something I've noticed before as well. He always has his book open whenever he is sitting in a meeting. Why do you think he does that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, the Green Council will discuss who should rule next, and you can see that whoever they chose, Alicent was not happy with that decision. She probably assumed she will resume the ruling like she did when Viserys got sick and was surprised and hurt when the small council, including Cole, didn't choose her. We also hear Plotto saying, the king does not lack for heir. I think he might be referring to Aemond and Daron. So I guess we'll get to see Plotto once again in the next episode. I think Alicent will confront Cole for casting her aside, and he will say that war has been given to the dragons and Alicent cannot preside over it because she doesn't have a dragon. Since Cole was already plotting with Aemond in secret, I think we all know who his first choice would be to replace Aegon. We later see Aemond looking at the Iron Throne. I've also discussed this scene in my teaser trailer details you might have missed video. It seems like he got what he wanted, even if he had to pull a Sansa on everyone and had to wait till they got in trouble to come and save them. I have already said this before, but I think Aemond intentionally provoked Aegon to make him join the battle, so something like this would happen. Do you think Aemond predicted this would happen and was expecting this outcome? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, at the very end of this trailer, Cole says, what we must do now is terrible. Was I the only one who thought, now? So what he had been doing until now hasn't been bad in his mind. I can't even imagine what he would consider terrible after everything he has done until now. What do you think he is talking about? Then we see Rhaenyra at her Black Council meeting, and her main supporters, aka Rhaenys, Corlys, Jace, Bella and Daemon, are all gone. We know where the rest of them are, but where do you think Bella is? Is it just me or in this Black Council? Other than her king's guards, that is Sir Laurent Marbrand and Sir Stephen Darkling and maybe even Maester Gerardis, but except for these three people, the others don't seem to respect Rhaenyra that much. As you can see here, Alfred Broom stands up and moves towards Rhaenyra. Approaching his queen like that seems highly disrespectful to me. What do you think he's trying to do? You can also see a black soldier standing guard in the chambers, and there are a few items on the table behind them. They are probably not that important, but I still noticed them, so I thought I'll point them out. They looked like two square and two round boxes to me. What do you think they are, and why are these things put here? In another scene, we see Sir Alfred Broom entering the Black Council chambers when Rhaenyra is alone. You can see these shots are from the same scenes by their clothes and the chairs in the background. Either Broom will deliver the news of Princess Rhaenys' death, as we later see a hand with a black stone ring knock the piece of Rook's Rest from the table, indicating the fall of Rook's Rest, or he is simply there to push Rhaenyra to attack King's Landing, to which she will say that they cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands, which is where they will find armies on land. That's probably why she will send Jace to deal with the Freys. As you can see here, Vermax will arrive at the twins and Jace will go down to talk to the Freys. And as you can see here, two Frey soldiers are standing behind him as he is sitting on a table that looks like it's made from a door, and he is carrying a sword with him, which he has put against the table, probably implying that he is not completely defenseless without Vermax. The sword seems to have a golden pommel on it, which seems to be in the shape of an armor maybe. We have seen Jace carry it around on Dragonstone for a while now. By the way, for some reason, Jace sitting in the middle of the bridge without his dragon reminded me of Robb Stark going to the Red Wedding without Greywind. I got scared for a second there, but thank the gods, the Grey ancestors aren't like the late Lord Frey. At least I hope so. Anyways, after the talks, Jace will just turn around and leave. You can see him going back to Vermax, who was left behind on the hills much farther from the twins. And speaking of Riverlands, we see Daemon threatening to destroy the Brackens if they didn't bend the knee to him. In this shot, you can see someone carrying a dark banner, which I assume is the black sigil, on Daemon's left side, and on his right side, you can see a Bracken Lord who is either Amos Bracken or Rhaelon Rivers. And then we see the Bracken Lord march ahead of Caraxes, as you can see Caraxes in the background. In the books, Amos Bracken died in the Battle of the Burning Mill, and Rhaelon Rivers took charge of the Brackens. But since things went down a bit differently on the show, I'm not so sure whether they will follow the books and make him Rhaelon Rivers or Amos Bracken. By the way, if you don't know already, Rivers is a surname for the bastards in the Riverlands, just like Snow is in the north, like Jon Snow, or Waters in the Crown Lands, like Gendry Waters. By the way, I also noticed how Caraxes is engraved all over Daemon's armors, on his arms, on his collar, on his back, etc. I think this is really cool because it shows how much Daemon loves Caraxes. In another shot, you can also see some armored soldiers riding somewhere in the woods. Do you think these are the Riverland soldiers, or do you think they are the Stark soldiers that Cregan Stark promised to Jace? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, then we see that Daemon can't sleep and opens his eyes, and we hear a woman's voice. We also heard the same woman's voice in the third episode right after Daemon entered Harrenhal, which I've already discussed in my episode 3 breakdown video. So this voice calls to Daemon again and says, "Daemon, you were made to wear a crown." So why does this woman keep insisting that Daemon take the crown? Is she trying to widen the gap between Daemon and Rhaenyra? And who do you think this this woman is, Alice Rivers or some other three-eyed raven, because as I've discussed in my episode 3 breakdown video, all of Daemon's visions are connected to the werewolves. Then we see Harrenhal, which is being repaired on Daemon's orders, and it seems like Daemon will be chopping wood, and as you can see here, he has already chopped a lot of it when he will see someone who is probably another illusion. When I zoomed in on the image, it looked like Luke or Jace to me, since Daemon is seeing dead people too and wouldn't have followed Jace to the castle like this. So I think he will see Luke and will follow him inside Harrenhal castle, where he once again will pass the roots of a weirwood tree, as you can see here in the background, and then will raise his axe to threaten someone. It seems like he was about to turn back when something or someone stopped him. What do you think he saw or heard that will stop him from turning? Then we see Rhaenyra talking to Mysaria. Mysaria tells Rhaenyra that people whisper about there being peace during Viserys' reign. And Rhaenyra says, the path I walk has never been trod, which is true because this was the first time in history of Westeros, with the exception of Dawn, that a woman was named heir. So it's not like she can look into the histories and follow their examples. That's why Rhaenyra is so shaken and not sure what to do, because her anchor, aka Princess Rhaenys, is gone now. So Mysaria recommends another way to fight a war, and then we see a woman sneaking into the Red Keep while the people there are running around carrying things, probably because of Aegon's condition maybe. We also saw this woman in our season 2 episode 2 trailer, which I've already discussed in my episode 2 trailer breakdown video. I think Mysaria would send this woman into the Red Keep, but I can't figure out why. Probably to poison Aegon, or could it be to send a message to someone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll also post my episode 4 breakdown video soon. If you liked this video, please hit the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. 7 blessings to you.